we recording? Sup guys, today I'm going to share my journey of becoming a tattoo artist, working as a tattooist from Russia and offering advice that could have sped up the process of becoming a pro. Make sure to watch until the end of my gripping story, especially if you are thinking about a career as a tattoo artist. You will gain useful tips and insights. I will also share with you information about how much money per month I earned as a specific stage in my life. Let's begin. I never thought I'd be into tattooing because I believed one needed to be able to draw absolutely everything. I was into graffiti and thought that would be my life's calling. I got my first tattoo, a sleeve, and I liked it, but I never imagined switching from a graffiti artist to a tattoo artist. But over the time, I bought my first tattoo equipment and tried tattooing my friend on my bed in my room. The result wasn't great, leading me to firmly conclude this wasn't for me. 3 years after I finished my economics degree, I moved to a bigger city. My degree was irrelevant and there were no clients for graffiti. I decided to unpack my tattoo equipment and promised to myself to become a pro tattoo artist. I sent a message to a first tattoo studio I came across telling them I wanted to learn the craft. To my surprise, the studio artist asked me for a portfolio of my tattoos, but a portfolio of my drawings. Thanks to my graffiti background, I have several sketches to share, and they said my sketches were good and they'd be happy to train me in their studio. So, the first piece of advice. Whether you are already a tattoo artist or just considering it, tattooing starts with drawing. Paper, canvas, iPad, your girlfriend tits, it doesn't matter. Start drawing what you love today. Perfecting drawing is an ongoing skill process. Even professional artists with years of experience say they are still learning. I have a separate video on what you practically need to do before starting tattooing. Had I known this trick earlier, I would have started my career better prepared, reducing to time to become a pro tattoo artist. I later asked why they accepted me without a work portfolio, and they say drawing skills were more important than exciting works. Years later, I completely agree. Turns out it was a collaborative studio where artists shared the rent, making it financially tough for me, and my monthly tattoo earnings ranged between 5 to 8,000 rubles. So, second advice, try to find an additional income source. To not give up on tattooing at the beginning. In that first studio, they introduced me to the basics, but it felt like I just 1% of tattoo knowledge. I felt ill-prepared to be a pro. I admired the work of artists in another studio which seemed far ahead of mine, and I lacked the expertise to elevate my game. It was clear that it wasn't just about the skill of applying ink under the skin. At the time, I tried some realistic designs, but it was far from the quality of instruction I could get to the best city studio. I wanted to join them. However, the catch was each artist there had their own style. The only missing style was biomechanics. Luckily, that studio soon hosted a selection process for one residency. 12 of us completed. I created a biomechanics sketch and, to my recall, I was the only one who drew it from scratch rather than downloaded it. This impressed the studio crew, and to my delight they hired me. That marked a new life chapter for me. Despite not raising my earnings, my skills improved significantly. Now, after almost 10 years of experience, I understand the skills I needed to become a pro and cut down the time it takes. That's why I'm preparing a course for beginners tattoo artists, where I explain everything about tattooing in an easy-to-understand way and share secrets and tips from a top industry artists, because I knew them personally. You can find all the course information on my Instagram and follow me, and let's bring your ambitions to life together. Okay, but over the time I faced difficulties with my work. Yes, I started doing my job much better, but because I stopped doing tattoos, all the tattoos like walk-ins, etc., I sometimes didn't have enough money even for rent, as biomechanical style is extremely unpopular, and no matter how well you do it, unfortunately, there won't be many jobs in it. So here is another piece of advice for you and for my past self. Start doing tattoos only in the most popular styles to get more practice and financial freedom, and only then start moving into your own style. What's the point of doing something well if it nobody needed, right? By the way, I am preparing a video on the topic of the most popular and unpopular tattoo styles and how much you can roughly earn in each of them. Here is the link if it's already out. So I stayed at the same income level and I slowly started doing realistic tattoos, which caused conflicts with the studio manager and owners. He said my realism need improvement. The studio couldn't afford low quality tattoos. Two factors affected my tattoo quality. First, lack of practice, and second, the quality of my equipment. Miraculously, when I set a goal to upgrade all my equipment and attend to a masterclass with a top tattoo artist, clients started booking session, and all graffiti clients returned. I earned exactly the amount needed to buy new equipment, and my work improved, attracting many new clients, covering my expenses. So, another piece of advice: try to get top-notch equipment and take masterclasses from the best artists as early as possible. This way, you can be sure that your work isn't bad because of your skills, but rather due the equipment or lack of knowledge. Thanks to this step, and significantly increased my income to around 35 to 40,000 a month. After some time, the top and globally renowned artist from that studio decided to open his own studio, and he invited me to work with him. I was very happy about this opportunity, and of course I agreed, which I didn't regret in the end. In the new studio, everything was awesome, and clients kept coming in, and the huge bonus was that many other famous and skilled tattoo artists visited for guest spots and masterclasses, and we hung out with them. Yes, it was rough time actually. They shared their travel and earning stories, motivating us to work harder and better. Eventually, being around this industry pros, I also expanded my network and gained some recognition, which allowed me to travel, do the work I wanted, and enjoy life even more. So, here is some advice for beginners. Don't be shy and try to always be around strong artists. The tattoo community is small, but it's easy to build connections and relationships that will give you a significant boost in the tattoo industry. More opportunities, recognition, and enjoyment from what you're doing. If I remember correctly, at that time I was earning around 100,000 to 150,000 rubles per month from tattoos in euros. It's like this. By that time I had been working with the top artists in the studio and learned a lot from watching them, which brought me to that level. However, in any profession, no matter how good you are, you still need to update and improve your knowledge over the time. Even thought my last masterclass was a long time ago, and I felt the need to take it again. To my surprise, the same tattoo artist's masterclass on the same topics felt completely different after some time. The same information is perceived differently at different points in the time. So here's another piece of advice. Always update your knowledge. It's essential. If you don't want a masterclass, schedule a session with a tattoo artist you like and ask questions during the tattoo process. Usually they're happy to give advices and they're not greedy. Usually they are not greedy. However, it's worth understanding that masterclass is better because you are not just watching other guy working and but more experienced master is guiding you, noticing and pointing out your mistakes. After taking the masterclass again, I was able to move to Moscow, where my monthly earnings amounted to 500,000 to 600,000 rubles, which is a significant amount in Russia. After Moscow, I was invited to work in Germany. In Europe, the money is quite different and the demand for a good tattoo artist is much higher. This move allowed me to increase my income by 2.5 times compared to Moscow. The studio provided all the clients and I stopped managing my social media, which was my mistake. Another important tip for a tattoo artist is to manage your social media, build your popularity, personal brand and try to be independent from the studio. The most important investment in your knowledge. If you become a sought-after tattoo artist, you'll have clients anywhere in the world and it will open doors to the most important and enjoyable aspect of the tattooing profession, beyond money and self-realization. The opportunity to do what you love anywhere in the world. But all of this will be able and will be possible after you take control of your life. Follow my advices and perhaps my beginner's course will help you make this journey shorter and more exciting. Nico was here. Have a good day, evening, doesn't matter. Watch other useful videos on my channel. Bye bye.